Credo c'è dell'audio anche nel gioco. Là. Buonasera, buonasera. Siamo... Ce l'abbiamo fatta, anche se sono un po' in ritardo perché ho avuto problemi, però ce l'abbiamo fatta, siamo qua. E finalmente, adesso possiamo dirlo, perché la prima missione, questa che abbiamo visto la scorsa volta, era una missione un po' introduttiva tutorial, se vogliamo, per quanto ci hanno mutato molta roba, ci sarebbe tantissimo da discutere. Però come al solito, non è il momento, a parte forse alcune chicche potremmo parlare tipo del fatto della balena infuocata lì, cos'era, e quelle cose lì fuori con tutto, però è il momento di andare avanti. Adesso, col salvataggio spero che sia fermato nel punto giusto dove ci eravamo fermati, adesso non sono sicuro, non ho ricontrollato. Dovrebbe essere durante, penso, il combattimento ancora come dire, boss fight, l'inseguimento che c'era, che il Man on Fire ci stava inseguendo. Quindi, vediamo. L'abbiamo già vista, però è quantomeno buono rivedere. Ok, sì, proprio sul pezzo finale, perfetto, va benissimo. E vedo che ogni tanto dà ancora problemi. Ok, ogni tanto dà ancora problemi, però vedo che almeno da quello che ho visto sono le scene col fuoco. Il fuoco, non so, a quanto pare appesantisce di botto e mi dà qualche problema. Vediamo se mai appunto... Adesso con questa live non dovrebbero appunto esserci problemi. Forse in alcune live prossime le avremo di nuovo. Quando c'è l'uomo infuocato, sicuro, se avremo qualche problema. Infatti vedrò il modo per risolverlo. Comunque questo è il riepilogo, molto Peace Walker, appunto, anche se vogliamo mettere sui 4 che aveva il riepilogo dopo finito l'atto. Scusate, per finire di mangiare. Ehm, Però ovviamente mettere sui 4 era dopo l'epilogo, era ogni, sì, l'epilogo, ogni finito l'atto, qui invece l'avremo a ogni missione, come in Peace Walker. Dovete capire, lo dico già, tanto non è spoiler, che The Phantom Pain è tutto quello che era Peace Walker, ma se Peace Walker fosse stato per console. Perché Peace Walker era molto limitato appunto sulla sua... per la periferica, la PSP. Qua Kojima ci ha messo proprio tutto quello che poteva mettere. E infatti dopo ci sono le sorprese, cose stupende che avresti voluto fare in Peace Walker, però non si poteva. E vedremo. Chic abbiamo preso come nome in codice, che non è malaccio, grado S, buono. Eroismo, epilogo, no, episodio 0, prologo, il risveglio. Il risveglio attuale 1600. Ok.
Come on. The name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. The second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. Squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
E ora, ormai il nostro Big Boss si può dire che sia tornato, effettivamente. Arti fantasma.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
C'è un problema, c'è un errore. Ah ah. Allora, fatemi... scusate. Porco poi non ho la schermata fatta per quello. Vabbè. Perché avendo aggiunte delle mod particolari, a quanto pare, anche se l'avevo disattivata, mi si è attivata comunque. Quindi datemi un secondo, che la tolgo, e poi ripartiamo subito col gioco. Anche se appunto... Ma Dio mio, anche adesso è il sovraccarico che il gioco è chiuso. Com'è possibile? Com'è possibile sta cosa? Ok, a posto. Torniamo al gioco. E quindi penso dovremmo rivedere il pezzo di cazzi. No, solo quella del deserto in teoria. Quanto c'è? Sono quel cavallo nel deserto, quindi dovremmo essere anche a posto. Ciao Steam. Intanto mi piacerebbe parlare appunto che il primo capitolo, abbiamo finito il prologo, e siamo nel primo capitolo. Il primo capitolo si chiami La vendetta, Revenge. Diciamo che, ecco, a differenza degli altri capitoli, ho visto che Hela su The Phantom Pain si è un po' divisi sul punto di vista del tema. Di solito si tende a considerare due temi principali di The Phantom Pain. La razza. Ah, mi parte già Ok, vai. La razza e la vendetta. La vendetta, immagino, non si va a specificare il perché. La razza, invece, un po' particolare.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing. Getting used to it? 9 years on ice. Solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect warm-up. Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandi on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Marker
Good.
placed.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way. You can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees. They'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Ed eccoci qua. Finalmente siamo in gameplay. Finalmente nell'open world proprio. Questa è la nostra area di gioco e noi dobbiamo raggiungere qua, dove hanno imprigionato Kazuhira Miller, il nostro buon vecchio Kazuhira. E qua potremmo avere qualche informazione magari in quel campo sovietico. Ecco, questo devo parlarvi. Nel gameplay di The Phantom Pain non so quanto parlerò alla fine dei conti, perché per la prima volta, grazie a Dio, in realtà era anche già su... Ah, aspetta, vediamo sulle informazioni. In realtà già anche su Ground Zeroes, però qui le cassette le puoi ascoltare mentre giochi, quindi non devi stare fermo in elicottero o comunque come in Peace Walker che dovevi ascoltartele da parte. Grazie. Abbiamo parecchi parecchie cassette come vedete. Io cercherò di alternare un po'. Anche se non credo che partiremo subito perché ho paura che ci siano tante chiamate da Ocelot che ti dirà fai questo, fai quello, fai quest'altro, bla 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 bla, quindi quello di balle. Qui volendo abbiamo la musica. Abbiamo questa cassetta tra l'altro, che probabilmente ce la siamo portate dietro da Cipro, da Kelie. E discutiamo più avanti. Quante ore di cassette di sto gioco? Non ne ho la più pallida idea, non lo voglio neanche sapere, sinceramente. Ho paura.
There's a Soviet guard post.
Vediamo se...
They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put
Esatto.
the enemy in the center of your field of view. That's marking. Focus on the thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map. Security at that guard post is relatively light. Looks like the perfect place for a warm-up. Try to remember the ways you used to deal with enemies. Anytime you need advice, just give me a call.
Che bello il gameplay di The Phantom Pain. Ah, cavolo, non c'è ancora la scatola. Che palle. Siamo molto risicato. Tutto molto risicato. Per ora vedo solo due, però ho paura che ce ne sia anche un altro.
Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
Tutto è buono.
Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Adesso vi mostro una cosa bella.
Подожди, не стреляй. Я не говорю по-английски. Отпусти.
Boss, you don't understand what he said?
No.
I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation.
E niente. Per ora niente interrogatori. Grazie. E adesso preparatevi per l'arma più potente del mondo. Il cazzottone! Madonna, che male. Che male. Andiamo oggettini.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
Vieni qua. Adoro il cazzottone. Poi qua anche con la mano bionica, cioè, nel senso, che male. Allora, cerchiamo di deviare un po'. Non arrivare proprio a cazzo duro.
The village is crawling with enemy soldiers.
Okay.
Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village? How about it? Can you see the village from there? Use the binoculars to recon the place. Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
Ho visto prima che a cavallo scatticchiava un po' il gioco. Cercherò di fare attenzione. A sto punto non ho più pallida idea. Dovrò cercare in teoria di abbassare le impostazioni video, però è già 720 da voi. Non so. È limitato a 30 fotogrammi. Ciao. Adesso volevo mostrarvi una cosa. Pistolina. Adesso la nostra povera cavia no, vorrei facci in giù. Facci in giù! Perché mi sa che così non... No, ha la faccia scoperta. Se lo metti... No, non vuole non vuole girare. No, vabbè. Se lo metti con la faccia in acqua, affoga e muore. Vabbè, sta là e non mi... Magari la minchia. Boh. Inutile. Ciao. Merda.
There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Devi partire se poi facciamo una cosa proprio pulita, perché questo qua fa l'efficiente. No, non hanno il
Miller's
giubbotto.
exact location, so you'll need to do a little intel gathering first.
Va bene Troy Baker.
Buffalo Village.
Ecco, per chi non lo sapesse, quello che fa Joel in The Last of Us, che fa Hicks in Death Stranding, è lo stesso che fa anche qua Ocelot in The Phantom Pain. Chicca curiosità. Chi voleva saperlo. Orco, mi sa che hanno visto il cadavere. C'è niente da vedere. Shh. Esatto, sì. Il mio canale, per ora nel mio canale ho fatto solo giochi con Troy Baker, vedete? Perché sono una fangirl. Ciao. C'è un altro? Che poi. No, no.
Parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Materiali molto 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 utili. Qua non posso uscire. Ah, ok. C'è la porticina. Adios.
So you picked up an intel file.
Extraction.
Now we know where Miller is.
Base.
I'm marking it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Ora abbiamo un luogo ancora più preciso. Ops! Grazie. Dove stiamo andando, amico? Ah, ha bloccato la strada? Ok. Ciao. Ah.
Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse.
Dammi il tempo di chiamarlo. Allora, proviamo a ascoltare una cassetta, sperando che Ocelot non ci interrompa. Da Kelia, zona di sovranità britannica.
You were hospitalized in Decalia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Decalia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto. Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to say it's an enemy guard post. That guy. Watch yourself. Went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead. He said I was in a British military hospital, but the doctor had a Greek accent. They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Decalia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all. What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south. Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
Questo è uno dei problemi di The Phantom Pain. Cosa che in realtà in Ground Zero non c'era, per esempio. Non si poneva. E qua ti parlano sopra le cassette, che è un fastidio allucinante.
Sits right on top of it. It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around. So how do things stand? Last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks... You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your iDroid for his location. I hope to hell he's all right. He's not your average client. State, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America. They all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
Siamo sulla baleniera. Qui.
You're up. We're changing ships? We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're gonna transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparation.
Lasciamo stare questa.
Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone.
Che palle. Volevo fare le cose fighe, fatemi fare. Adesso vediamo dove eravamo rimasti con la cassetta.
Head for one day. Miller told me about what happened in the... You do. Around the world. Those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using... That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price. A mole who worked for Cypher as bait.
Porca
While you were
troia.
gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF.
kisses and hugs followed by a big F you. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again until reality.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
Primary objective. As far as until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, hmm? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm.
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Isn't there? The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real
Esatto.
arm. You better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic.
Portable toilet. If you're gonna hide inside, watch the enemy doesn't decide to use it. Same goes for hiding downed enemies in it.
Brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words,
Questo è importante, bisogna
you could
sentirlo.
have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see. You could have. Yeah, the doctor mentioned that. Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that? I think so. When? Right after I wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that. I will. All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Perfetto. Ora che è finita... Abbiamo 1000. Tra l'altro... Questa è la canzone... Love Deterrence. Scritta da... lo stesso caso. Per la festa della pace. Ho fatto sentire l'altra volta, no? Aia. Come per trovare il cadavere?
Говоришь, ты жил на Украине? Да, когда был еще ребенком. Ну что?
God. No more use for me, huh? Guys, it's me. I'm here to get you out. Snake. They do something to your eyes? No, it's just bright as all. took you so long? We'll talk, but not here.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've secured the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Non è messo bene il nostro
Has been
caso.
updated.
Per niente.
You look well. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Not so heavy anymore, right? Magic words, boss. I've been waiting 9 years to hear 'em. Kept you waiting, huh? Come on. Say it for all time's sake.
The wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Меня кто-то вырубил. Скорее всего, противник. Я несколько поисков. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Всем подразделениям. У нас могут быть нарушители. Конец связи.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Whoa, whoa!
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Support helicopter has arrived.
That's Miller. You can't just leave him there. Ahab, do you read me? This is Pequod. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
Gas. It's them. Boss, watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Extraction
Boss,
arrived at
whatever
Mother
that
Base.
mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting.
Gli Skulls. Ve lo anticipo già. Io odio i Skulls. Concettualmente sono sbagliati. Sono fighissimi. Incutono non timore di più. Ma sono sbagliati. Sono proprio sbagliati. E stavolta la faremo un po' action. Spero che appunto la connessione, il gioco regga, perché abbiamo visto che non gli piace troppo l'action. Però devo farlo.
Run, boss! You've got to lose him! gone.
Stavolta siamo dovuti scappare.
Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
All right.
Mission
Put Miller in.
updated.
Pequod.
Buddy departing area of operations. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Ah, sempre chic. Adesso ci sarà una cutscene, spero che appunto non dia problemi. Spero. Ah sì! Ogni missione avremo i titoli di testa, i titoli di coda. Stavolta li mostro. Le prossime salto ovviamente perché... Anche perché appunto... Per carità, sono anche corti, però... Comunque...
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away. I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs. Our new home. A phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
Just like a damn fiddle!
Help me, Snake. Chico.
It all ends soon, exactly as I've planned. Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Snake. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night. comrades I've lost won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Our new mother base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
God. What should I do?
Boss,
Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause.
Cause.
Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Let them talk.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
Parecchia roba, eh.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. Concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. Duquesne, this base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go
ok.
on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Non mi serve.
That's
No.
one way of doing it. Now extract it. Good.
Don't pull any punches.
Extraction
complete.
arrived at
You can only
Multibase.
Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your eye drawer. Select staff management from the So that staff member
Non
was
farlo per
placed on the
forza
R&D
questo.
team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please
That's the
specify
R&D
project.
team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them. That won't work on me. I've had drug resistance. Show them how it's done, boss. Two plus two equals 5. 2 plus 2 equals 5. Try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out instant. Excellent, boss. Now extract it. Good.
Extraction arrived at
One thing I
Multibase.
should mention. Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, it could end up going
Extraction
missing. You
arrived
can
at
determine the chance of
Multibase.
success by approaching the person you
Unit
want to
function
extract.
added.
You want to be sure you can get them out.
Development project has
Best
been
carry them to
added.
the chopper instead. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your eye droid. Select weapons items under the development.
specify
Now select
project.
cardboard box and start development. Just be aware, development has finished.
Please select a
You can have the
supplies
support unit
requested.
supply you with weapons and items you've developed.
Supply drop
Think of it as your
complete.
own personal delivery service.
Ah, aia Kojima, aia.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission
You won't
info
make any
has been
GMP or
updated.
find recruits hanging around here. Board
No.
the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your eye droid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up.
Faccio quello che voglio, Ocelot.
Knocking guys on their asses. You can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Adesso vi faccio vedere la cosa più bella del mondo. Fatemi trovare una scala. Ah, aspetta, forse è qui. Lì è qua sì.
Let's practice your CQC.
Non premi il
Yeah,
cazzo.
by grabbing.
Whee! È ovviamente un po' mal ridotta. E nel caso, se fossimo qua fermi, una guardia ci vede e si avvicina alla scatola, noi così tranquillamente fermi e poi fiu, via come un'anguilla e lasciamo la scatola là. Perché mi fare una doccia che ho un po' di sangue addosso? Ah, là. No.
You snake. Try it one more time. Once you grab someone, you're free to do what you want. Tearing through the box.
No, ho rotto la catena.
Thank you, boss.
Try it again. You snake. Try it one more time.
Com'è che non va bene, scusa?
Thanks for that, boss.
Ancora di più? Madonna, si butta a terra tutti questi. Faccio te CQC?
Go for them, not me. Shit. That's enough.
Fanculo. Ok, torniamo in missione. Abbiamo cazzeggiato abbastanza. Povero. E che bella, c'è anche l'animazione. Da 2 anni, ciccio, non so. Diamond Dogs.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Ah, basta? Ok. Orco. Ecco, un'altra cosa che volevo far notare era la rabbia che si sentiva in casa, quanto era incazzato. Mentre Venom Snake, come lo chiamano appunto qua, che a quanto pare è il suo nuovo nome in codice, prima era Naked Snake, poi lo chiamavano solo Snake, lo chiamavano Boss, adesso è Big Boss, però anche come nome in codice ha Punished Venom Snake, come si dà titoli di coda. E lui invece è un po' più taciturno.
Mission list updated.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Come dicevo prima, appunto, no? Allora, queste missioni non porteranno avanti la trama di per sé, sono appunto missioni messe lì per gameplay, per lo più, ma non portano avanti la trama. Cercherò di farne il meno possibile qua in live, ma spesso le porterò magari non tanto perché la missione è importante, ma perché così magari ho il tempo, mostro gameplay e nel mente possiamo ascoltare delle cassette importanti. Tutto qua. Come faremo adesso, tra l'altro. Il
Mission
cammino dell'eroe.
accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Siamo adesso nel menu. Su cosa portarsi dietro e cosa no. Scegli equipaggiamento. Armi primarie. Potremmo avere una seconda arma primaria, però non abbiamo niente disponibile. Possiamo cambiare. Questo già dice molto. Non ho altro che posso mettere, attualmente no. Oggetti. Abbiamo la scatola. Fulto, nitrate, binocolo tattico. Possiamo cambiare spalla quando ne abbiamo altre, oppure andare senza niente. Cambiare equipaggiamenti. Portarci un veicolo dietro in caso abbiamo veicoli, cosa che al momento non abbiamo, però in futuro. E quando avremo una squadra da combattimento potremo anche cambiare il personaggio, come in Peace Walker. E ovviamente abbiamo le uniformi. Sharp o senza, e adesso abbiamo solo queste due. Al momento. Senza niente. Andiamo. Eccola che parte. Sempre bella. Verso sera andiamo, così abbiamo paura del buio.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
Una missione da Hitman praticamente.
Be careful down there, boss.
Has been updated.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Marker placed.
Allora. Abbiamo da localizza ed elimina il comandante delle Spetsnaz. Vita progetti ottenibili, pistolero, compiti missione. Ha eliminato il comandante delle Spetsnaz e poi ci sono altre 4 che sono praticamente obiettivi secondari. L'importante è ucciderlo o volendo recuperarlo, possiamo decidere. E poi ci sono altri che sono misteriosi. Noi però nel mentre. Questo può essere interessante.
Ocelot. I hear
Finalmente.
they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't? They'd leave?
Who knows?
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up.
Grazie Miller.
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Shiraka.
Is that him?
This was after
Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
keeping an eye on you in that hospital. I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Shirashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves. By the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half Gulag, half Hero Sword. It was a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there,
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
Già. In effetti noi Metal Gear Solid 1 lo conosciamo come Revolver Ocelot, pistolero eccezionale e maestro negli interrogatori.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect.
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
Back then. You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America.
Sepe GRU.
1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, aka Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with a problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les Enfants Terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking him just wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. As if he was trying to get between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow.
The enemy's given up their search for you, but they're not giving the all-clear just yet. Stay alert.
It endured,
You have
evolved,
arrived at your destination.
but now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital.
There, that's the target.
XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean.
Già. Questo è stato molto interessante anche perché ha fatto anche un riassuntone volendo dei suoi 3 e 4. Where's Zero? Where is Cypher?
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant. Only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam.
Già.
The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to.
Say, boss, you see many animals in the field.
The Soviets...
Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a
Roger.
refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
Golden Crescent. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Questa è l'ultima missione che facciamo oggi, poi ci fermiamo. Non voglio fare troppo lunghe le live di The Phantom Pain.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
E in elicottero.
You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
E in elicottero ascolteremo quella dell'uomo infuocato, l'uomo in fiamme.
Body departing area of operations.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
Ho ucciso un po' di gente. Quanti ne ho uccisi? 8. Ne ho utilizzati 11. Alla Mother Base.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Ok. Ok, sotto le balle saltiamo. Non dovremmo avere cutscene qui, no?
Side ops list
By
updated.
connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
Esatto. Sviluppo. Qui abbiamo parecchie cose e altri menu che non sono ancora stati sbloccati. Andiamo sulle armi intanto.
Please specify a project.
Mm. Hmm. La parte frontale può essere aperta con una cerniera a lampo per motivi tattici. Solo i membri del personale di sesso femminile. Un'uniforme fottina bianca indossata da The Boss durante l'operazione Snake Eater. Queste cose ce le ho perché la Definitive Edition te le dà subito in automatico a inizio gioco, Non c'è lore, drama dietro. Oltre alle suole a morbido rumore che eliminano il suono dei passi, questo uniforme include una serie di fibre aramidiche rinforzate che offrono una straordinaria resistenza ai danni solo per il personale femminile. Nelle missioni FOB questo uniforme impedisce il rivelamento del proprio calore corporeo da parte di nemici dorati di visore notturno, dotati di visore notturno. Uno smoker che a quanto pare è stato indossato da Naked Snake durante l'operazione Snake Eater per i gentiluomini che sanno come vestirsi in ogni occasione. L'uniforme completamente stare indossata da Naked Snake durante l'operazione Snake Eater. Se indossata per mimetizzarsi su superfici sabbiose o in mezzo al verde, consente di essere meno visibile agli occhi del nemico. Uniforme furtiva sovietica indossata da Naked Snake durante l'operazione Snake Eater. Oltre alle sole al rumore, in grado di eliminare completamente il rumore dei passi, bla bla bla. Già. Sì. Allora, il C4, sì, è strautile. Equipaggero. Il cecchino potrebbe tornare utile. Sì. Bella questa. Andiamo con le uniformi. Yep. Quanti punti ho ancora? Dai. Ormai che ci siamo. Dov'è la parte del nemico? Uniforme indossate in unità privata di Ocelot. Ormai lo smoking. Allora, granata fumogena. Sono delle cose serie per davvero. Bengala.
Development project has been added.
Vedere rifornimenti, sì. Le scatole ovviamente sono molto importanti. No, non equipaggiare. Adamska. Affidabile apprezzati per sé, per esperti e possibilità del combattimento della incorrelazione verde, militare opaca a sinistra. Ok, a posto. E ci fermiamo. Anche in realtà volendo potevo anche potenziare qualcosa vero dell'elicottero. Questo non potevo ancora farlo. Questo, l'autoparlante, vabbè, non importa. E anche il nostro D-Horse. Parassita, uniformi da battaglia. Ascoltiamo l'ultima cassetta e poi ci salutiamo. Secondo me cosa ho adesso? Ah, recupera l'interprete. Per la prossima volta queste qua me le faccio per conto mio. Andrò un po' avanti. Non sono niente di speciale. Sono semplicemente vai in quell'area, trova quel tipo, recuperalo. Recupero solo trattamento qualificato uguale a quello. Non cambia nulla. Quindi cassette. 20
Wanted
secondi.
to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use?
Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up.
Sprinklers? The fire system?
And when he got sprayed with water from the burst pipe, it slowed him down.
When we escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either.
And then it started to rain. And he disappeared.
Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense. It's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
In effetti. Eppure. Kids in America and the Man Who Sold the World di David Bowie. Qui non ho... E così ci salutiamo questa sera. Rimando l'appuntamento a lunedì pomeriggio con The Last of Us. Martedì invece andremo avanti con The Phantom Pain. Alla prossima.